What's going on, everybody? Brett here, and we're back playing some more Battle Brothers on the Beast and Exploration DLC. Picking up where we left off last time. It's day 545. It's dawn. And we're getting ready to smack down some orcs. Looks like berserkers. It's an unknown garrison. I switched up the party just a little bit from the last time. I threw in Baldwin, who's no longer injured. I was trying to find a way to throw in Sir Balin as well to start getting him levels. This could be a dangerous fight. They're willing to pay us a ton, so I imagine there's going to be a lot of enemies here. And I don't really want to sacrifice Lance, who is probably the person that I would pull out for a two-handed axe guy. And I want to have as many ranged tools as I can, because I feel like berserkers are really, really weak to war bows. So without any further ado, guys, let's get in here and take this fight. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a decent mix of young berserkers and warriors. 12 in all. There's actually a lot of warriors. 1, 2, 3, 6 warriors is what I'm counting. Only 2 berserkers. Okay. Let's get Sir Steinhardt out here on this ledge. And we'll start attempting to take out these berserkers. Wow, that was fast. I never get that lucky. We're actually going to hold that shot because we'll probably be able to hit this guy. Yeah, there we go. That was definitely the right play. So this guy, I think he had armor. We just bypassed it and just hit his body. Killed him. Gwent. Old Gwenty. Alright. We'll take the shot on the Orc Young. We'll get Lance up on this, quote-unquote high ground. And we can move him further out. Okay, we don't want to be standing in a hole. That's pretty bad. If we go the back way, it takes forever. I think we move here, and we can rearrange our front line a bit. Take this high ground here. Move here and kind of close off this portion of the battlefield, and then here. So it may look like we're kind of in this weird spot where defensively it looks poor, and it's actually not the case. We're in a really good spot. We're going to take high ground and deny it from them. I really don't like separating from my back line like this, but I think ultimately it's fine. And we'll wait here with Sir Steinhardt. He's gonna flank for us. There we go. There's that one shot we saved. And Lance does not have Lone Wolf yet. There we go. That's all we needed. And we'll pop Indomitable in case we don't have the initiative. We don't want him to get knocked over. The only one whose position that I don't like currently is Aracel. But it's fine because we'll see where the threat comes, and then we'll jump in at that point. Yeah, here we go. The Berserker's got to go down. He went straight for our back line. Sir Dankred is very tanky, so I'm okay with having him being kind of the linchpin. Perfect. Alright. Instead of reloading, probably should have just went ahead and pulled out the polearm. Let's wait here with Aracel as well. Go for a split and use Indomitable. Would not put it past the Orc Warriors to try and push Baldwin out of the way, or Sir Chris, for that matter. Alright, let's get that first shot. He tried to stun us, but no good. And that was the one we had injured and softened up with the warbow shots. Lance. I went ahead before the battle too. I switched out Lance's necklace. I figured that would be smart to do that. So we're expecting... Ew, they're jumping the other way. Okay. Let's let them use all their moves. We cannot let them... we can't let them circumvent us in this way. I don't want to fight from here on the low ground with Aracel, so I think the best play is just to try and go all the way around. And we'll try and get some sort of flank. So that looks good. That looks okay. And I'm actually going to do this. This is kind of dangerous because so Steinhardt does not have underdog. But I think we'll be able to get a pick or two. Still standing in the hole, eh? Okay, if we move here, we can still shoot. Yeah, I really don't care who I hit at this point. This guy's fine. Not a great chance to hit him, but there we go. We kill him. Good. We're giving him lots of different options as to who to hit. And you know what? Because he's in such an awkward position, we're just going to keep reloading with Gwent. Okay, who's the one I've already beaten down? This guy. And we have enough fatigue to use Indomitable as well. And I think it's okay to move in Aerosol here just against an Orc Young. Yeah, that was bad. We're spreading out. We're giving them plenty of targets so that no one gets, you know, the main focus of all the damage. Wow, and Baldwin gets a decapitation on an Orc Warrior. Very strong. Okay. We're going to focus the one that's already a bit hurt. And this warrior can't even hit Aerosol because he's standing in a hole that's 2 levels deeper than him. But here we go. Now we can put a shot on this guy. Good damage. There we go. And he routs. We didn't need to do much to this guy. He was ready to rout pretty fast. So the only one really left in a real fight is going to be Lance up here. But I think one more swing and we'll kill this guy. And then now it's just him versus him, which is a fight that Lance can certainly win. Okay. It would be great to kill... Nah, didn't happen. I was going to say, it would be great to kill the Orc Young here. Would give me a reset and another shot on the Orc Warrior. Now we just need to kind of move in to reinforce Lance. If we can. Nice. Okay. So this ended up being not too bad of a fight, but with this many Orc Warriors, something could always go wrong. Almost got him running. The thing about Orc Warriors is they so rarely get a square engagement. The Orc Young and the Berserkers kind of get in their way. And then by the time they close the distance with you, the AI really feels it's necessary to kind of bully you around and mess up your formation. Instead of just standing in the front of someone and hitting. So it's like you get kind of turn after turn where you can kind of handle them, you know. And then before they really have a chance to just stand and swing and shield wall and do the things that they like to do, you've already, you know, put a dent in some of them, and then you've taken out their morale. And we will definitely run them down. See if we can get the last shot on Ramen. Nope. Perfect. Any levels? No levels off of that? That's rough. Nothing really good, but they're going to pay us a lot to do this. I'm cool with it. We look around the camp. There's really nothing to pick up. And where did we get that from? Damwald? Kind of curious if they ever put anything inside the mountains. Usually don't see that. But we should be able to see it if we get up here. If there's something in this area. No. Oh well. Anyway, let's head straight over to Damwald. It wants me to go to the road. We're not going to do that. There's no way that's faster. And turn it in and get paid. Was really hoping to get some levels there. That was not the case. We're currently winning the Greenskin invasion. Let's see what they want us to do here. The dead rising from their graves. Secure the lost crypt. It's close by. We'll knock that out. Some easy undead to fight. Bruneland is definitely a city that we want to visit. 12 brigands. Yeah, they don't want to fight. Oh, here we go. An ambition fulfilled. This was a task like none undertaken by the men of the company before, to fend off an entire invasion by some of the fiercest foes man has ever faced. A foe that could not be reasoned with, whose alien mind knows not mercy or compassion, but only war. Orcs and goblins had united in a savage green tide that threatened to wash away the race of man. Under a pitiless sun, at day, and by the light of burning towns at night, the company campaigned against the green menace across the borderlands, rooting it out wherever it raised its ugly, scarred head. The men faced many a hard battle, and made many a sacrifice, but it was all worth it. Sons of Verona prevailed, after many a savage struggle, after uncounted days where each man's life seemed to hang on the roll of a die. The green tide finally seemed to ebb, as orcs and goblins scatter back into the wild. You know that the world of man is saved for now. So we gain more renown, which we don't need, and our brothers become happy. That's cool. Bards will sing our names now, if there are any left. Huh. So we immediately get another event. So that was us winning the Greenskin invasion, I guess, and because that was our ambition, it procced at the same time, I guess. So along the road, you come across a handful of soldiers from House Steinwall. They tilt their caps at you. Evening, mercenaries. Oh, I think we did this last time, too. Not sure if they're about to attack. You make a subtle nod towards Sir Balin. He puts his weapon within hand's reach and nods back. You return your attention to the soldiers, giving them a friendly wave. Their lieutenant steps forward, grinning. Oi, mercenary. We've little use for you in this world now. That's what you said last time. Slowly you lower your hand, hovering it above the pommel of your sword. You ask what the man means by that. He laughs. You haven't heard? War's over. The Greenskins were routed from Siftenberg just a few days ago. Scouts report seeing them bastards running for the hills every which way. Fighting amongst themselves, the orcs killing the goblins, goblins killing the orcs. Just a full-on rout. So yeah, noble houses need not pay your sorry arse for nothing now, because us real soldiers got it under control. Now why don't you and your pathetic lot clear out of the way? Us fighters got places to be, understand? Alright, let's see what happens. I think last time we ended up like beating him or something. Yeah, let's let Sir Balin handle it. The soldier's lieutenant glares at you. Do as I said, sellsword, or there will be trouble. Ignoring him, you give another nod to Sir Balin. He gets up, the blade of his weapon loudly scraping off the dirt. He's using a big axe also, so that sounds a little scarier than just someone dragging their sword. The soldiers turn to the mercenary. He hefts the weapon into both hands and stares back. As the lieutenant starts to talk, Sir Balin bluntly interrupts. Shush, little man. I see softness in your skin, not a scar to be seen. Eyes as fresh as the day they were born. Hands as smooth as untouched candles. If you was of the fighting sort, you'd be out there in those battles you speak of, not out here pissing into the wind. I'll give you two options because I'm feeling nice. First option, are you listening? First option is this. Go where you're going and don't say another goddamn word. He pauses to hold up two fingers. Option 2 is a mystery. Speak and you shall learn of it. I love that. The lieutenant's eyes have gotten a little wider and his mouth infinitely quieter. He glances at you, but all you can do is shrug. After another moment, the soldiers hurry away with determined silence. Sir Balin laughs it up, but the incident has you wondering if perhaps it is finally the time to retire. How many more of these cock-ups are in your future? How many more battles? How many more dead men will you have to bury? The company would do well standing on the foundations you've built for it, but on the other hand, if you retired now, what adventures would you miss out on? The Sons of Verona needs their commander. That's for sure. Because we still have a hut full of witches that we need to burn down. Alright, let's get in there. Let's see what we're fighting. We're in the woods. And it's men. I much prefer fighting raiders over fighting undead in the woods. Waiting for zombies to come towards you is just absolutely miserable. I don't see a leader yet. We can use our falcon to scout, which is super useful for wooded battles. Just being able to see the lay of the land, kind of where the trees and rocks and things are. Go ahead and lower the foliage. It goes blue. Like he's about to drop a beat in a reggae album. Oh, we don't have a falcon. I think we took out... Is it on Ramen? No, Ramen's in here. It's on Wolfgang? I think Wolfgang is holding the falcon. Either way, the strategy here is usually not to advance. We have a small clearing in front of us where we can employ like our stronger tactics. But when we... Let's actually just pass. But when we move up, we fight in these narrow corridors where, you know, our strength counts for very little. They have all these two-handed weapons and crossbows, and they'll have better lines of sight than us. Another guy. We'll see if they want to move up anymore. Alright, bone plating. Ramen took the hit from that crossbowman. They have a lot of crossbowmen. I'm seeing 4 right now. Still no sign of a leader. If we kill this guy, then Lance is free. I don't like that they can just shoot us with impunity, and we really can't do anything about it. We have no good shots. Gwent will stop missing one day. We don't want to step forward because we don't want to leave our back line exposed. We have a few brothers that can step forward comfortably. Because they don't have shields. We need to switch out these two just in our front line. Something I needed to think about. We certainly want to have our shields in front of our archers, and not having that is a bit of a mistake. So Baldwin would be the one that we would want to step forward. It's a good hit. Same thing with Guido. They're not blocking anything. And we'll step forward with Steinhardt, because he should be able to, with the lightning from the Reproach of the Old Gods, be able to clear out these kind of straight lines. All he has to do is land hits, and he'll be fine. There we go. Pretty good. And because we get the Berserk, we get another hit. Nice. So Steinhardt should just be able to just walk his way through that hole. Man, Baldwin is taking a beating. Good thing he has Battle Forge, though. We moved Sir Chris up here to block this one off so that he couldn't stop Lance from moving forward. There's still more dudes hanging back. Well, man. So, probably shouldn't have gone for the guy with the shield wall, but I just figured we had to be able to hit him. And we hit this guy in the head. The second hit I used Lash, which, you know, dude didn't have a helmet anymore, so that was always going to be very effective. And now if we are able to next turn, we'll be able to use a split down the line. But they're in good shape. If they just want to keep shield walding, that's going to be pretty difficult for us to break. And I think we can try and get Sir Chris up and around. Can he not take another step? He cannot. And we have nowhere we can go with Isaac, so we'll just leave him here. Yeah, can't step over either. Oh, wow, there he is. The Scourge of Durbach, wielding a great sword. Okay. I like the fact that Sir Chris is by himself a little less now. Let's move to back him up with crossbows. Damn. Let's move up one. Alright, here's the split that I was talking about. And yeah, we one-shot that guy. But I don't even think we had any damage on. And now we can also get Guido in here. There's almost no way we can flank this guy. But we can try. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to fall back. I'm going to move forward. And I'm going to do that. I probably missed out on an attack there, which I'm not happy about. Or at least being able to raise my shield. But the general idea is that I think we've killed enough of them now, and some of them are routing, that if we don't tie him down, he'll be able to run. And I'm confident enough that Sir Chris can survive. Although it's extremely dangerous. I think his shield just took a hit as well. Yeah, kill that guy, step forward. Do you have quick hands yet? You do. Perfect. Okay. Let's back him up with the polearm. See if maybe we can use Isaac to tie down that brigand. Nah, that was a pretty nothing move. We'll break his armor. We broke his helmet. But I can't help but feel like we should have been a little more defensive and just shield walled. That greatsword is very dangerous. And this is what I'm talking about, fighting in the narrow corridors where they have an advantage. Oh god, he had a split. Ugh. Should have seen that coming. So Chris is still fine, but Gwent needs to get the heck out of there. If we're being super risky, we can still attack. With him, but like, that's just waiting for bad things to happen. And he is bleeding. Ugh. Okay, that hurt. He doesn't have a helmet anymore. He applied a stack of Overwhelm to us. Basically, I'm trying to fandangle it so I can jump in real easy, take a shot, and then that'll tip the balance in our favor. But him landing that split like that was just brutal. Your strategy should never be relying on your opponents to be unlucky. If that's your strategy, it's kind of a bad one. Almost dead. We got a broken nose, fractured elbow, but not quite dead. So he's going to get at least one more big shot. Can bandage up our boy, but like I don't think we really need to. He's not really bleeding a lot. We can wait. So if we do this and step forward, that should be it. Yeah, there we go. So 9 lives procced, but his resolve is broken, so he's essentially dead. We went for the kill and missed. And there we go. Alright. So Gwent leveled, but he's definitely going to have to take a few days to recover. So did Guido, so that's good. And Baldwin. Everybody leveled. We got the great sword. That's fine. I mean, we don't... we're past the point of needing things like great swords, but very expensive item that we can sell. Might cover some of our medical bills. So let's make sure we pull him out and put in... Need to put back in maybe Edgel. I mean, I guess we could bring in Sir Baldwin or Sir Balin and help him to level. Let's look at our perks here. We're building him as a polearm master, but he's going to be wearing pretty heavy armor. We want Berserk, we want Reach Advantage, we don't want Overwhelm because we don't have good initiative on this character. We may just want to take Battle Forged and just kind of treat him as sort of a medium armor dude. See what our stats are looking like. He has exceptionally low health. We need to take a full roll there. I think part of this is one of his injuries. But one of our rules is you got to have about 70 HP. That way you can't be one-shot by crossbows. There's no possibility at all that you can get one-shot. And that right there was nearly a one-shot. He still had his 9 lives up, but that was just a little too close for comfort. And I think here we're going to take 2 threes once again in his attack stats. And we're going to get him into a really nice melee spot and then a really decent crossbow spot. And here, I kind of want to just give him Battle Forged and have that basically be his last defensive perk. And next will be, well, I guess Reach Advantage is also a defensive perk, but he's using his crossbow a lot more. And his armor is so good compared to his health that we really don't want his HP taking any damage. We want the armor taking the hit for us. So we'll get Reach Advantage, we'll get Berserk. and probably maybe get Killing Frenzy or Headhunter, or perhaps just go for Crippling Strikes Executioner, as we often do. Baldwin. What do you have, Baldwin? I think he needs Berserk. Greatsword characters pretty much always need Berserk. The odds of them getting a kill in a turn are super high, especially with stats like this. I like these big 4s and this 3 here. So his resolve is now in a really strong level. I'd like to get him to 70 and then stop. Also, we took the 4 there because he has Colossus. Getting him up to 100 HP is, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. And melee skill, he may end up with something around 100, which would be excellent. And then Guido here could also use Berserker. Or Berserk. We'll take that. Wow, a 4 roll in melee skill. You can't pass that up. And 3 in fatigue. We don't want to ignore that. This could be the last point we ever get in his resolve. But, I mean, he's at 67 right now. Because he's brain damaged, I think. Let's take the 3 in HP. Get him over the 70 mark. And that plays into his Colossus just fine. But yeah, plus 15% resolve off of that. Poor brain damaged. He was our Cell Sword. Okay. I guess it was... Baldwin was our Sword Master. Our fat Sword Master who's also superstitious. We have so many superstitious brothers in our squad. How injured are you? How injured are you? Not that bad. Not that bad. Let's head back to Damwald. So in a second we'll get another ambition. This is something I need to check also while I'm thinking about it. We keep getting the ambition to have 2 Hammer Bros. I see we have 1. I feel like I remember doing a second one. But I could be wrong. I'm just going to look at everyone to make sure I don't miss anything. Okay, so we only have 1 Hammer Bro. The only one we could realistically have used it on was perhaps Sir Chris, but we passed that up to try and make him a little different. Sir Balin here is going to end up using the Harbinger, so we're going to want to give him Axe Mastery. So, yeah, we're going to see what kind of ambitions we get. We'll probably get one in just a moment. And with no great crisis going on in the world, we're not going to get too many amazing, quests to do. Let's buy every tool that we can. Decent prices on ammunition. We'll buy 1 stack. And we don't have any smoked ham. We'll get that. And we could use some more grains as well. That's a really bad price on furs. We don't have to sell that right now. Yeah, the prices here for selling are awful. So we're just going to head down to a real city in Bruneland. They're well supplied. They don't want our junk. But Bruneland is a real city. If we could get there before nightfall, that would be great. Yes, barely. Let's see what the prices are like here. Looks like they're a little better. No, they're not. Man, they're not much better at all. The prices are still the same. It's 14 on the shield, which is what I was looking at. But they don't hate buying furs as much. But we can't afford to hold on to stuff while we search around for good prices. We have to just get rid of junk. Could repair this, we're not going to. Sell everything that's not a club. It's been a little bit since I got a chance to play, so I'm trying to go a little slow and reevaluate my inventory. Making sure that I'm not selling off good stuff. And there is a armorer here. So let's check them out and see what they have. Nothing we need. Tavern. Get our guys' spirits up. Black shields. You know what we haven't done for a while? Let's visit the Barber. We just picked up, our last brother was Balin. Let's see what Balin looks like. So this is what Sir Balin looks like. I'm excited for the new DLC, Warriors of the North, because I think we're going to get a lot more variation and what guys look like, maybe different tattoos and stuff. To be honest, he kind of looks a little bit like me, except I got brown hair. You guys have never really seen what I look like. I'm kind of want to show you via via Barber. That's basically my haircut. Let's see if there's a better haircut. That's close to my haircut as well, depending on whether or not I fix my hair. And on really bad days, that's me too. Looking like Pigpen. Huh. Lots of hair to choose from. I don't really fix my hair like that. I don't like use gel and stuff. I just keep it real short because that's what I'm used to. Where's that other one? This is probably closer to me right here. Brown hair. I do have a beard. Let's see if there's a better beard option. If I could rock this beard all day long, guys. I mean, that's pretty much me. I've got full-on facial hair. I keep it pretty short, though. Sometimes I let it get to about here and then I trim it back. But it's been a long time since I shaved. Body, let's see. I mean, I'm certainly not overweight. I'm not a bodybuilder. But I do work out every day. The difference in the guy's arm size is pretty huge. That's not me. So there's really, it looks like there's only 3 body types. I thought there were more. So if you have a flagellant, you get the scarred up body type. This is probably more like me compared to these guys. I mean, I'm definitely not a giant. Alright, I'll take the emaciated looking body. Still strong, but definitely not huge. Right now I'm like 165 pounds, 6 foot. But I've had surgeries and stuff. I'm missing like 5 pounds of body part right now. So I think my average weight back when I was very healthy was probably like 175, 180. And I do have tattoos, but I don't have full body like tribal tattoos. We'll stick with this. There we go. So Sir Balin kind of looks like me, as much as I think you can look like... Oh, the last thing we didn't really mess with, the head. Okay, so let's leave the tattoos, that's fine. I've got tattoos on my arms, my sides, my chest. Not a ton, and they're not beautiful or anything. I don't have like full-on aesthetic tattoos, but I've got a couple over the years of different things. And I'm not a particularly handsome man. Basically got my nose, and my tired eyes. That kind of looks like me. That kind of looks like me. That's not me. That looked like a dwarf's face. You know what? That looks like me. That looks like me pretty much 100%. That's kind of spooky. I looked at it for a second with like past. Let's look at it without the beard. Can we get to a no beard? My sideburns are also pretty long. Yeah, that's whenever I do shave, I always had long sideburns. In the army, every now and then I'd get in trouble for having longer sideburns. I don't really have, my sideburns were always within regulations, but the way like my face is kind of longer, I guess, the shape of my head maybe, it always made it look like my sideburns were out of regulations. And I actually kept a razor in my pocket just in case I got called on it. And I had to like memorize the regulation because my first sergeant would would bring it up. It was a joke. It was a friendly joke after the first time, but like the number of times I got called in front of a formation, like an entire formation of like 100 people, to be like, "Stop! What's the regulation on your stoppers?" And I'd be like, "Well, yeah." Anyway, that's me. We made me. I am Sir Balin, I suppose. And Sir Balin is someone we want to train up, but he's a bleeder, which is also like me because without going too much into my medical history, I mean, I take a blood thinner for, you know, medical reasons. So that makes sense. I am not superstitious, however. I'm probably the exact opposite of superstitious, whatever that is. Pragmatic? Not quite. Maybe not quite pragmatic. Superstitious, I guess, has more to do with the spiritual and metaphysical realms, which I don't take too much part in, but this is definitely accurate. Am I an adventurous noble, though? Perhaps. Perhaps. I'm not the son of nobility, so I guess I'm not technically a noble. Noble at heart, maybe? There you go. Sir Balin. We'll just change it to, no, you know what? We'll leave it. Sir Balin. Maybe someone in the comments will give me a good suggestion. But anyway, let's go ahead. That was enough messing around with that. That was fun, though. Every now and then you got to stop and mess with all the different things. And I'm kind of tempted. We're rich. Let's just make sure that Gwent doesn't suffer from any sort of permanent injury, which can definitely happen. So we'll help him repair his grazed neck and the pierced leg. The pierced leg, I think, will pretty easily lead to some injuries. So that doesn't cure your injuries. I think it speeds it up, the healing process, and I think it guarantees that you won't get some sort of infection. So that's good enough for me. And I actually wanted to check the marketplace too. We really need tools. I hate to buy them at this kind of exorbitant price. And we're at 6 days. I don't like that. Let's see if we can get up to 7. That was easy. Get some more wine. Can we get up to 8? Yes. I think I'm just going to go ahead and buy all the tools. I wanted to check in here. Sometimes you'll get good deals in the marketplace. And the one thing that we're still kind of looking for was an item I was hoping to get from the last fight. And it was the hat that the leader was wearing. The helmet, I should say. It would be a great replacement for what's his name? Gwent. For Gwent's helmet, which currently ruins one of his range for his crossbow. Okay. Deliver cargo to Dunkelwald. Not what we want to be doing. Ghosts are afoot. Okay. Secure grandfather's tomb. Whatever. It's a really cheap one, and it's undoubtedly very close. So we'll just knock this out. It's experience. At the end of the day, it's all experience. God, every time I see the kennel, I just really wish that we already had the warhounds. Oh, they're Naxurhers. You hear a shill scream and quickly turn the corner of a mausoleum to find a Naxurher driving his teeth into the nape of a man's neck. The beast, blood filling his mouth so much as to pour from his nostrils, only glances up at you. Smaller Naxurhers surround it, stepping forward to see to it that their next meal doesn't get away. To arms. Oh, we're fighting them at night. There's 20 of them, but our front line is pretty wide. And for the most part, you don't really want to pick out Naxurhers far away from your front line, because then they'll just start eating each other. You want them to engage before you start killing them. Multiple level 3s, 4 of them. Okay. That's not, I figured it would take 2 hits, but okay. That's not what I meant to do. And we're going to leave Lance here. We want all of our brothers standing toe to toe. Pass, pass, pass. Because when someone gets eaten, we want to make sure that someone's nearby to help. Man, we could use this poison. It's not really the right time, but it's something we never really got to make much use of. We're not going to bother spear walling. We expect this. They're going to make a couple level 2s. As long as this level 2 doesn't become a level 3. Ah, he does. Yeah, that was a mistake. Whatever. We killed 2 of them. Let's wait and see if someone else jumps into Sir Steinhardt's range so we don't have to move. Okay. It's not good. That's not good either. This could end up being a pretty dangerous fight for us. Let's step on the corpse. Make sure that they can't eat it. I don't think Indomitable makes us immune to being eaten. This is dangerous. I don't like this. Anytime where you get a bunch of the level 3s together, one of them is going to eat you, and then they're going to pin you in place. This is about to get really weird, guys. So let's put all your good energy into wishing me luck. We just need Sir Steinhardt to be cool. As long as he doesn't eat Sir Steinhardt, I think we're good. Damn, I was hoping to get the kill so I could attack one more time. I was trying to play that in such a way. Oh, man. Okay. Someone just got eaten. Baldwin. Okay. And this is the scary part because no one is on that guy. And now we need to kill him to get Baldwin out. Let's drop a dog. The dogs will keep him from flanking us. We really needed to land that hit. Ended up not biting us in the butt, but I mean, this dude could very easily eat us. There we go. Now we got another level 3 to worry about. Wow, that still didn't kill him. I can't believe that. And he ate Sir Steinhardt. Oh, this is very bad, guys. And down goes one of our dogs. And that was Battle Brother. God, this is turning into a rough fight. Nice. Good quality miss. And then you hit Sir Steinhardt with your... God dang it. Okay. We currently have multiple brothers inside of these things. We have to get someone on top of them so that they can't run. They're not running yet, but after we get a few more kills, they might. Let's kill him before he can become another level 3. Get our archers in place. If we can deny them corpses to eat, they'll have to just stand and fight, and as long as we have brothers standing in front of them, we should be fine. Yeah, we got to get everyone out. I think we're okay, but man, this was pretty scary. If they had just decided to run, instead of standing and fight that last turn, they could be way out here, and we have a really hard time catching them. Especially because we just lost Battle Brother. That's like our 3rd Battle Brother, I think. That's so sad. If we switch, can we hit? Well, guys, now is not the time to miss. And I like Baldwin's position because he has the option to split next turn. The banner's good, might prevent someone from trying to flee. Oh god, that hit him? That should not work that way. So, unless my eyes deceive me, it appeared that the lightning hit Isaac as he popped out of the thing's stomach. And out comes Lance looking real pissed off. There we go. Ugh. Fighting those things at night and those kind of numbers is pretty rough. During the daytime, we could have put like 5 warbows on that and pretty easily cleaned it up. But at night, you know, with our wide front line, that was a pretty gross fight. Did we get any levels from that? We did not. Got a lot of, you know, hurt brothers though. His experience went up a bit. You don't get the best experience from fighting Nixers, unfortunately. And what did we get? A bunch of crafting materials. Let's make sure we sell those. I think that's good. What was this tiny mission? No, we're not doing that. But we might do this one. Deliver cargo to Dunkelwald. We haven't been down south in a while. We made a lot of money back in the day questing around Sudfest. Sudfest has Fletcher armor. It has a training hall. That's mostly what I care about right now, is making sure I'm constantly applying the best training I can to my new brothers. And usually there's a ton of stuff to do here, and we haven't been here in a while, so there's probably a lot more. Just once you'd like to have a nice walk from one town to the next. Instead, your agreement with Ingmar of Bruneland has attracted trouble once again. Thieves somehow managed to sneak into the camp and make off with the cargo. The good news is that they didn't manage to sneak back out. You found the footprints, and they won't be hard to follow. So we follow their tracks. Okay, and then in the middle of that we get an ambition. Alright, what are we going to do next, guys? We shall earn the trust of a noble house to become their ally. That takes forever and a lot of grinding. Our company is ill-prepared to fight armor opponents. We need two-hand... Yeah, okay. So let's just become allied with someone, I guess. So now we have to travel backwards and try and catch these thieves. Who knows? It'll probably be a small group of raiders. Yeah, it's a pretty easy fight. Kind of a weird one. I don't think I've ever had someone like steal something from me in the middle of a fight and had to go like chase it down like that. Alright, let's get Sir Steinhardt in there nice and early. Hopefully he'll probably take some of the fire. Or they'll just go for our brothers. Yeah, I forgot to move stuff around a little bit. That's fine. For the most part, we've got 3 shields here in front of them. That sword has the potential to break a shield. So we'll take it down. It's just a dangerous weapon as well. There we go. Any other good targets? Not really. And we're missing a surprising amount on these really easy targets. But Sir Steinhardt's going to be in heaven next turn when he just starts murdering dudes. Let's step forward and give them a lot of problems. Give them tons of stuff to worry about. And that should mess up, you know, kind of like their targeting. Alright, so Balin, get your kill. Nice. That was brutal. Hoping to get lucky and kill the guy who's running away. We don't necessarily want them to run. We don't need to kill them, but some of them are holding weapons that we would like to add to our collection. That guy's not wearing a helmet. He's done. And since he's fleeing, he has no zone of control. We'll just walk right past him. We're trying to get on the rest of these. That probably won't happen, though. Yeah, unless we use archers, we're not archers, dogs. We're not going to be able to stop them. We're not using a lot of dogs, I just kind of realized, because we're using so many necklaces. Wait, is it the necklaces that do... Alright, now I'm confusing myself. But we don't have a lot of dogs. We used to have a dog on almost every character, and that's definitely a great way to play the early game. Enough dogs almost count as extra brothers in large enough numbers. I mean, if you drop like 6 dogs in one battle, it's like you added maybe 2 brothers to the battlefield. We're going to run them down. These 2 will escape. Nothing we can do about that. Yeah. But we'll get the guy with the valuable... He's got a hand axe. And a decently expensive helmet. Yeah. Ooh, and Lance is going to catch this dude who has really nothing. I mean, that's even a level 1 bow, which we don't care about. going at just past an hour today. We did some quality grinding. I like it. I'm not mad about it. We picked up some supplies, a nice mix of things. It's just a standard dagger. We got the cargo back. No problem. And let's head back down to Dunkelwald. Kind of wanted to finish this quest and then get to Suitfest before I ended the episode. So we'll go a few minutes longer today. I don't know if I'll take another fight, but I want to sell off some stuff, get paid for our quest, see what kind of, contracts are available in Suitfest, and, kind of plan our next route from there. Definitely want to also visit the training hall. Ooh, that's a big contract. Greenskins? That's a huge contract for us. See if they'll pay us more. 4,600? Okay. That might be worth the diversion. While marching down the road, you find a man with a broken cart by the side of the path. By the wagon there is a donkey standing idle, and as defeated as a donkey can look. Oh, poor donkey. The trader looks a little better than that, and your appearance seems to have scared him. He rears up, backing away momentarily. Have you come to take my things? If so, you needn't kill me. Take what you want. And I think every time I help this guy, every time someone like breaks a finger or something. Oh, okay. So we just gained some tools and supplies and some medical supplies. Okay. Well, that was good. The most expensive thing there were the medical supplies. That was maybe like 100 crowns worth of stuff. Probably not even worth the risk. Let's head to Strandecki, see what there is to see. There's really nothing here. Get some drinks. There we go. The captain of the guard deserted a while ago to join a raider camp hidden on the plains to the west. My uncle who served under him claims he raided his army before leaving and grabbed a real prize. Okay. That could be great. Because the plains to the west, I mean, there's nothing out here. That thing has got to be right there. And honestly, if I can find it right now, I'm going to take that fight. Ooh, their greenskin's about. A boot, as the Canadians would say. This has got to be it. Let's take this fight, guys. We might get something rare from this. And if it's just some, raiders, then whatever. Nice, easy fight. And then we'll come back and, on the beginning of the next episode, we'll take a huge greenskin fight. This is a pretty big brigand fight. There are a lot of dangerous weapons in the field, I'm seeing right now. Lots of crossbows, two-handed swords, big axes, and guys with decent armor. I like having the shield on Sir Steinhardt in these fights just because I like, especially the range defense. I think it's pretty huge. Ooh, and they have a leader. That's a noble sword. Mead Jar Albrick. If you got an axe, you got to go. I'm not losing my shield. These guys maybe would be better targets. Their armor is a little worse. And him being on the high ground gives him just a little bit better range defense, I think. Kind of ask myself if I want to move forward like I did last time. In some instances, it's definitely worth it. Oh, that was a big shot. We'll just spear wall. I don't think we want to move more than one. Something like that. That keeps our front line in line. If they want to shoot at our back line, they're not going to be able to kill any of these dudes with one shot. And they gave me the perfect number of dudes to shock with lightning. So that's great. Yeah, expecting these shots to go over our heads into Ragnar, into Ramen, into Raymond. But we have bone plating here. Raymond's wearing a decent set of Lamellar. And Ragnar, you know, I think that cloak helps him out there if he gets shot as well. Protection to the body, I think. So, we're still in good shape. And they've exposed some of their crossbowmen. Hopefully we don't get stunned here. Man, it sucks that they're standing behind a guy with shield wall up. Yeah, going around the shield with that mace. Alright, let's get up in this dude's face, take him out. Let's wait with Guido. Nice. Gave us a free hit there. Ooh, point blank in the Sir Balin. Decent damage with that military pick. It's the type of scary weapons you don't want to underestimate even into the late game. Everyone's running. And that was the 9 lives procced. We just need to get onto these dudes so they can't run. Nice, and that's everyone tied down. Perfect. And only one gentleman left. He's going to shield wall up. Not a bad choice if he can't run. But we're going to surround him, and then we're going to get him. And cross your fingers we get some cool loot from this. I feel like it's been forever since I got something good. That's not 100% true, but you know, in terms of actual real-life days, it feels like it has been forever. I think the last good thing we got was probably Sir Dankred's armor. That super heavy piece. That was good. I'll take those all day long. Let's see what we get. Maybe it'll be a wolf hat. Whoa. Masterwork Choir. A very rare weapon built from valuable and strong materials. Despite its ceremonial look, it makes for a terrifying tool of destruction. A one-handed flail. Oh, we'll have to compare that. Because I'm pretty sure Sir Dankred has like a unique or legendary flail already. And he's our flail bro. So yeah, he also doesn't have anything in that slot because of losing the old battle brother. We'll just let him hold that necklace for now. Yeah, let's compare before we end today's episode. That was a cool way to end the episode. They're both flails, so we're going to get his perks bonus from Flail Mastery. Excuse me, no matter what. But it has different skills, I'm sure. We finally hit level 11 on Sir Dankert as well, so we need to choose, his last two perks. I'm thinking it's going to be Crippling Strike's Executioner. We could go for something like Killing Frenzy. Could still potentially go Crippling Strikes, Killing Frenzy. I might think about it. I might sit on that and think about it for a second. But Sir Balin, it should be an easy one. We'll take Brawny for now. That'll bring his fatigue out of the gutter. So will that. That's nice. Good pickup there. We'll take a 3 in range defense. I just don't like having them be negative. And we'll take a 2 in melee attack. Yeah, that's all fine. Sir Dankert, however, it's worth it to take a moment to think about if we want to do anything special with him. He has really high resolve. He could make us a great secondary sergeant type character, like Aerosel. This is plus 10 resolve. So yeah, I mean, they're essentially at identical resolve. And if there's ever a time where, God forbid, Aerosel dies or something like that, he could be fine. But perhaps it's just not necessary. We might just want to boost his damage potential. And these two will actually be good in the witches fight. Because my thing is, if I'm going to use Rally the Troops, I'll probably also give him Fortified Mind and like send his resolve into the stratosphere. Let's level him before we do anything else, though. We don't need HP, even though that's a great HP roll. We'll take this fatigue roll. That's huge. I don't want any more points in resolve from this. Take a 2 and a 3. I'm happy with that. Just need to pick his perks. And yeah, before we go, let's not forget. So, first off, this thing is worth way more. The Masterwork Choir over the Hedge Knight's Whip. The durability doesn't really matter. 72 versus 62, that's not a huge thing. The damage spread, 25 to 55 versus 21 to 66. So this one does just on average way more damage. 30% ignores armor and 100% effective against armor. So they're identical there. This has a plus 17% chance to hit head. This is only a 10% chance. And this is only 4 fatigue versus this being 8. So this just does way more damage, but it drains our fatigue a bit better, and a slightly lower chance to hit head. I'm really excited to use one of these like Cat of Nine Tails style like flails. We haven't gotten a chance to use one yet, so I'm going to equip that to him right now, and we'll use it in an upcoming battle for sure. Man, I feel like I really want that. Killing Frenzy would be great. Killing Frenzy, like Steel Brow, would be fine. Although that's not really a huge issue. Even like Killing Frenzy 9 lives. I really don't hate having 9 lives. If I had just a few more perk points, like let's say maybe 3 or so, I think every brother I have would have 9 lives. And we probably also all have maybe like Recover and Rotation. I think would be something that I really would value. Or Footwork as well. Footwork and Rotation are huge. And Pathfinder. Like those are all the ones that help you have mobility. And we could play the same like play style, but with very mobile and agile units. Or brothers being able to jump around and switch around and do all those different things, and it would really change the dynamic of how we play. I know there are mods that let you do that. Might consider doing a modded run soon if it takes a long time for the Warriors of the North to come out. But anyway guys, I'm going to sit on these perk points. Let me know what you think in the comment sections what I should do. I'm very curious. At the end of the day, of course, I'm going to do whatever I'm going to do, but I have been convinced by several of you guys before in the past who are very experienced players. And that's kind of what I want. I want the discourse. I don't always want to be right. Ooh, and this is going to be a tough fight. Alright, I'm excited. This is going to be a tough fight. I don't know if we want Sir Balin in here. We might want more archers. And I think that's the case. Gwent should definitely come in. Let's take out Balin and bring in Gwent. And even then, that might not be the best. But I think this is what we're going to go with for the next fight. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Once again, my name is Brett, and my channel is Good Talk Gaming. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and as always, I will see you in the next one. Take care.